Okay, thank you very much. I welcome each and everyone on this call because today, Saturday, we always have product talk and also business talk. So I'll be sharing with you information about products because for us to make money out of this business, we have to first learn, but we learn as we earn. But if you fail to learn, then it is impossible to earn because you cannot sell what you don't know. That's why we first invest in time to learn. One great speaker says, take time to learn because learning is a source of power. So when you learn, you can apply. So we shall be talking about products, and before I talk about the products, number one, we have to first understand the basics of life. If you want to live longer and healthier, number one, we need to do physical exercise and to manage our weight. Number two, we need good rest, at least 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep, because lack of sleep causes glucose imbalance. If you have stress, it causes glucose imbalance. That's why most people, they suffer diabetes. So our hormones, they need at least 8 hours to be rejuvenated. And on top of rest, we need good diet because we believe that food is medicine. We always tell people that let's use food as medicine, because if we fail to use food as medicine, we start using medicine as food. So those three things, number one, I've said exercise, number two, rest, number three, good diet, and we have to manage stress management. And I used to tell people that we need to dress for good health. The dress, as we know, DRESS, means diet, exercise, rest, diet, rest, exercise, and also stress management, and also supplementation. So we are going to talk about products. So according to research, they tell us that what this organization tells us that we should balance our diet. We should eat for nutrition, but not for taste. And the number one on our plate should be whole grain foods. Before whole grains, we need exercise. That is number one. And number two, we need to consume food rich in whole grain foods, because those are carbohydrates that are giving us energy. About 40% we need whole grains, and 30% fruits and vegetables, 20% proteins, and less fats and sugars. But today our eating habits changed. We turned that food pyramid upside down. We tend to eat a lot of fats and sugars. We eat a lot of proteins, and we eat less fruits and vegetables that are important, and we eat less whole grains, and most people, they no longer do exercises. And because of that, all the chronic diseases, they come from that unhealthy food pyramid. Because these chronic diseases, according to research, they are increasing, and most importantly in our Africa, whereby it will increase by the research was done, and they found out that by 2045, these chronic diseases will increase by 50%. So, because of lacking, 95% of us, we lack correct nutrients from our food. And I have said that most people today, because of eating less, because of getting less nutrients from our food, we feed diseases instead of fighting diseases. So we create diseases. using our knives and forks. So now we are going to talk about, we need to first understand the human body. The human body is made up of trillion tiny cells. We are made up of cells. And according to research, we are made up of between 73 to 100 trillion cells. And these cells need to be fed properly every single day. And when you look at our plate, according to top nutritionists in the world, according to Scientific Advisory Board, the founder of Scientific Advisory Board, Dr. Asafat, who studied cellular nutrition, he found out that our cells are made up of course, we have what we call cell membrane. And this cell membrane, they protect our cells. They are the one that protect our cells. And the cell membrane is a skin for the cell. And this cell membrane need to be permeable, soft enough to allow whatever we get, nutrients, allow nutrients to get in, and food and water to get in, and to remove toxins. Because without cells, of course, cells are the ones that forms what we call tissues and organs and the human body. And these cells need to be fed every single day. And what feeds our cell, according to research, they need, the cell membrane needs essential fats from our food. And those essential fats are called lipids and sterols. And those lipids and sterols, they are the one that feeds our cell membrane to remain soft and permeable, to allow the nutrients to get in and waste to get out. They always tell us that you are as healthy as your cells. If your cells are unhealthy, your body is also unhealthy. So for cells to function very well, they need special fats called lipids and sterols, and we get lipids and sterols from whole grains. But if we don't get whole grains, what do I mean? Grains like wheat, soy, brown rice, and like millet, sorghum, and also maize, or our local portion, we call it chachu in our local language. But those essential grains, they contain lipids and sterols. Those are essential fats that that feeds our cells. So according to research, they tell us that whole grains consumption may lower the risk of heart attacks by 25% in women, and 27%, by 25% in men and 27% in women. But 95% you find us, we don't get these essential whole grain foods. Because when you look at your plate today, or most people, we eat refined grains. Instead of eating brown rice, we eat the white rice, which is polished. Instead of eating the whole maize, we take it the machine and they do what? They remove those oils. They remove what we call a seed coat and cotyledon. So 95% we don't eat what? Whole grain foods. Instead, we eat refined foods. We eat refined grains. So that means we don't get what? Lipids and sterols. And because of that, that's why most people today, they complain about lack of energy. If you meet 10 people, they tell you that they are tired of being tired. They are tired of feeling tired. That's why they are always tired and they fall sick, because all the chronic diseases, they start on the cellular, on the cell membrane. Talk of cancer, it starts on the cell membrane. Why? Because if these cell membrane become hard and impermeable, you find they cannot allow the nutrients to get in from the food to enter, and also to get toxins or wastes to get out of the cells. That causes inflammation. And when you look at this chronic disease, they start because of inflammation and also oxidation. That's why I've told you that chronic disease like cancer starts on the cell what? On the cell membrane. So because of lacking lipids and steroids, that is a big challenge, because in the whole world, about 5% are the only one who can get what? That's why we need to supplement. And the scientific advisory board member, Dr. Asafast, who studied cellular nutrition, made a research and made a wonderful product called TreeNN. Because what is inside TreeNN are those grains that we miss on our plate. TreeNN simply means 3 in 1. 3 capsules are 3 oils in 1 capsule. That TreeNN is made up out of soy, brown rice, and wheat bran. It contains lipids and steroids that is needed on our cell membrane. So when you have TreeNN, that means you have those whole grain foods. And what is the importance of whole grains? Number one, it feeds our cells and it enhances energy. So when you take TreeNN, it will feed our cells and it will re-energize our body cells because of those oils. And TreeNN, what it does, it feeds the cells, it protects the cells, and also it renew and repair our cells. So it improved, according to Texas University, the science conducted at Texas University. They found out that when you take TreeNN, it improves nutrient utilization efficiency by 50%. That's amazing, because you may eat a good food, but because your cell membrane are not permeable enough, you find you cannot benefit from the food you eat. That means you can go in a nice restaurant, you eat a nice food, but you find you don't get value for your money, because those nutrients can't get into your cell. So when you take TreeNN, it will help you to improve your nutrient utilization by 50%. And it will give you abundant energy. When you take TreeNN, you start a day when you are vibrant, energetic, you spend a day when you are. But most people today, they wake up when they are tired, they go to work when they are tired, they sit in their offices, you find they are dozing. And that's why most people, they do accidents. You find accidents are increasing simply because most people are tired, even to the extent when they enter into their cars, because of lack of energy, they start dozing while driving. That's why most people, they do accidents. So avoid that. Just we need TreeNN. Everyone needs TreeNN because it removes waste out of the cells and it increases nutrient. It helps nutrient to get into the cells. Then another thing, TreeNN prevents constipation, because what causes constipation is because cells are unhealthy, cell membrane are unhealthy. Whatever get into our cells, toxins cannot get out easily. But when the cell membrane is soft enough and permeable, that means wastes or toxins will get out of the cells. So it prevents constipation, it prevents diabetes, because what on cell membrane, that's where we find what we call receptors. Receptors help the glucose to enter into the cells to be converted into energy. But when you find the cell membrane is impermeable, you find the glucose, the receptors, the insulin does not do what? Insulin will not be produced enough to receive the glucose and into other cells and to be converted as what? So TreeNN, it helps us also to balance the hormones, because most people, they have a challenge of hormonal imbalance. And when you look at the way we eat, TreeNN contains omega-6 and omega-9. So, and hormones are made out of good proteins and good fats. So TreeNN, it also has good fats, those omega-6 fatty acids and also omega-9 fatty acids. So it helps the body to make what? To make hormones. When you take threonine together with neurofiltrate, that means the body will produce what? Hormones. And if you are, let's say, if you don't feed the cells properly, remember, we have beta cells. Beta cells are the ones that produces insulin. And the insulin, it is the one that balances the glucose into our what? So if you don't feed your cells cell membrane, that means beta cells will not work effectively, and that's why most people, they get what? Diabetes. So that's why everyone today, if you meet every person who as long as that person is a human being, not a robot, that person needs what? Training. How many people do we have in Uganda? 46 million people. 46 million people, I can assure you, they don't get lipids and steroids from the food that they eat. Even you, even me, we don't get those oils. That's why everyone on this call and people outside there, they need our services, because there is no any other company in the world that has training. It is you, a distributor, who has what? Training. You have people's lives in your hands. So if you stop sharing training with everyone you love or everyone you meet, that means you are not doing the company's mission to make the world a healthier and happier place. So for you to live longer and healthier, you need to start supplementing with training. Why? Because we don't get those oils from the food that we eat. That's why everyone needs what? Training. So on top of training, I think you know why everyone needs what? Training. That is the foundation, because without cells, there is no, you cannot have a body without what? Because we are made up of cells, and every cell in our body needs to be fed, needs to be protected, needs to be repaired and renewed for us to live longer and healthier. So that's why everyone needs what? Training. Then another thing, another important product that everyone needs, we need fruits and vegetables. Why do we need fruits and vegetables? We need, according to World Health Organization, they tell us that every person we need to eat at least between 5 to 13 servings of raw fruits and what? Vegetables that are fresh. Fresh from the where? Let's say you are going to take like an apple. You need to pluck apple from the tree and you take it immediately. That's why they tell us to eat fresh fruits and what? Vegetables on daily basis. Why fruits and vegetables? According to research, they tell us that when we take fruits and vegetables on a bigger between 5 to 13 different servings, they will help us to reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases by 28%. Can you imagine? Most people, they get heart diseases. And they will help us to reduce stroke by 33%. When we take a lot of fruits and vegetables every single day, they will help us to reduce premature death by 31%. That means we prevent these chronic diseases through taking whole grains and also fruits and what? Vegetables and essential fatty acids. So, because of that, you find 95% of people don't get the recommended of 5 to 13 servings of fruits and what? Vegetables per day. And even if we try to eat these fruits, we get them from the market or supermarket. By the time they leave the farm, they be transported into the markets. By the time you go to the central market or wherever you buy these fruits from, you find essential nutrients are no longer there. So we tend to eat to fill the stomach, but not to get the what? The value. So the solution is to bridge the dietary gaps, since we don't get enough of these what? Fruits and vegetables, 5 to 13 servings per day. And that's why Dr. Asa first created a product out of these fruits and vegetables called carotenoid complex. Carotenoid complex was created by Dr. Asafas, the founder of chemotherapy, who invented chemotherapy. Because in carotenoid complex, we get 23 different fruits and vegetables. It contains 600 carotenoids. Can you imagine? So what carotenoid does, number one, remember when we take fruits, I have told you that they reduce they help us to reduce the stroke by 33%, they help us to reduce premature deaths by 31%, and also it reduces cardiovascular diseases by 28%. Because we don't get enough, that's why we need the carotenoid complex to bridge the dietary gap. It prevents, carotenoid complex help us to prevent cancer formation, it prevents cancer formation. Number two, it helps the body to recover from sickness. You find most people when they are sick, that's when they remember to eat fruits. But we should eat fruits every single day in order to prevent what? Sickness. So it helps the body to recover from sickness. And carotenoid complex prevents cancer formation. It increases cancer fighting cells by 20%. Can you imagine? So if you want to fight cancer, if you want to prevent yourself from getting cancer, because it boosts cancer fighting cells by 20%, we need carotenoid complex. It couples oxidation damage to cell by 44%. Then carotenoid complex promotes hair growth and stops hair loss. Most people you find they get what? Hair loss. But when you give them carotenoid complex, it helps them to promote hair growth and also stop hair loss. Then when you take carotenoid complex, it helps the cells, the body cells stay younger for longer, retarding the aging process. If you want to look younger for longer, then carotenoid complex will help us to do that. Then it contains lycopene. Lycopene is an essential nutrient that helps men prevent prostate. It works on, it helps even on our prostate. That's why everyone needs what? Carotenoid complex. And carotenoid complex was proven under United States Department of Agriculture researchers to boost body immunity by 37% in just 20 days. If you meet someone with low immunity, just carotenoid complex. I remember in COVID time, we used to sell carotenoid complex a lot, simply because it is the only product on the market that can increase body immunity by 37% in 20 days. There is no any other company that does carotenoid complex. It is even patented. And carotenoid complex together with threonine, there is no way how you can get carotenoid complex and threonine. It is only NUF that does those two products, and even omega-3 that I'm going to talk about. So when you take carotenoid complex, it is good for eyesight. Most people today, they wear glasses at an early age. Even you find a child of like 10 years, you find they have what? They are wearing glasses. Because of what? Because of poor sight. You cannot read, you find. So if you want to keep your eyes healthy, number one that you should consider, the product that you should consider is carotenoid complex, vitamin E, vitamin C, and also omega-3. So I'm going to end up talking about omega-3. Because now, in our body, we need good fats. And when you look at the way we eat, according to American Heart Association, they tell us that we should at least consume fresh fish at least 3 times in a week. And most importantly, we need like salmon fish, because it contains omega-3. But because of that, we no longer, most people today, they tend to eat a lot of red meat because the red meat is cheaper than fish and also chicken. And remember, I've told you that hormones are made out of amino acids. Those are good proteins and also good fats. So omega-3, it is a good fat that our body needs. So what omega-3 does, Omega-3 is recommended for healing and protection of cardiovascular diseases. Number 2, what omega-3 does, it breaks down cholesterol levels and cleanses arteries. The way you wash your plates with soap and warm water to remove those fats, that's how omega-3 removes fats from our blood vessels. So if you are on this call and you eat a lot of red meat, just know you need omega-3 to cleanse your arteries so that you can prevent yourself from getting heart attacks and strokes and also other cardiovascular diseases. Then omega-3 reduces high blood pressure. You find most people, they have high blood pressure simply because they are the one that creates what? Because by taking these oils, bad oils, fatty foods, those bad fats, they stick in our blood vessels, and in long run, you find you get what we call, if the heart cannot pump very well, then you find we get what? Those heart diseases. So omega-3 to regulate sperm levels. Most people you find there are some men who have low sperm count. So omega-3 regulates sperm levels. It prevents heart attacks and stroke. It improves blood saturation and concentration. It supplements brain fluids, protects brain power, and it protects the brain and increases brain power. That's why it is good for heart, for brain, and also for joints. Why for joints? Because omega-3 was proven it reduces inflammation in our joints. And omega-3 promotes the function of pancreas. It promotes useful brain function, healthy, flexible joints, and also healthy eyes. So most people with eye problems, they also need omega-3 because it works on small capillaries that transports blood to the eyes. So it is good for pregnant women, support fertile eye and brain development. So omega-3 and zinc is good for it. It is excellent for keeping prostate healthy. Most people with prostate problems, they lack zinc, and also remember the inflammation of the prostate, what we call prostate enlargement. When you take omega-3, it reduces the inflammation of the prostate. So that's why it is very good. When you take omega-3 together with zinc and masculine herbal complex, it will help our prostate to function very well. So it keeps prostate healthy when it is used with zinc, chelated zinc, and also masculine herbal complex. Then clinical benefits, when you take omega-3, it is rapidly absorbed and rapidly assimilated into cell membranes. It improves omega index by 38%. It improves the ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids by 43% in just 8 weeks. And I've told you that it balances inflammation. It supports healthy balance of anti-inflammatory factors, clinically prevent lower inflammatory index by 68% in just 8 weeks. That is 2 months. So the reason why we need to use our Neolife omega-3 is simply because it is the only complete omega-3 in the world. It contains all the 8 molecules, all 8 members of omega-3 that is needed in our human nutrition. Other omega-3 on the market or other supplements you find when you go to the pharmacies, you can get there as omega-3. But the difference between your omega-3, our omega-3 is pure from salmon fish. And another omega on the market, they contain only 2 families, APA and EPA. Those are fatty acids. I don't want to go into the science, but ours Neolife omega-3 contains all the 8 families of omega-3. It is complete and it is also patented. No any other company that can do that such kind of omega-3. It is only Neolife. So it is good for heart health, good for brain, good for joints, good for eyes, good for prostate, good for every tissue in our body because it it balances inflammation. And that's why when you take omega-3, it is also good for preventing us from what? From cancer. Because you remember cancer cells, they grow abnormally. So when you take omega-3, it balances the inflammation. And it is also good for the skin. So remember, I've told you that we need good proteins because our hormones are made out of amino acids, that is good proteins, and also good fats. I've mentioned omega-3, and now we are going to look at Neo Shake. Neo Shake is a daily nutrition, and also it can be used as if you want to lose weight or to manage your weight, you can take Neo Shake. Is for nutrition and also weight management and many more. It's good for children, growing children, because it contains all the proteins needed for growth and what. And Neo Shake, it contains fibers and 18 different minerals. So when you take Neo Shake, number one, it helps to keep the glucose levels in our blood at level range. So if you want to prevent yourself from getting diabetes, or people with diabetes, they need the Neo Shake, TNN, botanical balance, because what Neo Shake does, it keeps the glucose levels at the level that glucose should the glucose should be. So to manage your weight, you need to do what? Use Neo Shake. It contains all the proteins that is good for our body. So Neo Shake does very many things, but most important is a healthy drink. Even if you miss cut or go or breakfast, you can just use Neo Shake. How do you take it? It is in powder form. Just inside there is a scoop. You measure only 2 scoops. 2 scoops in a glass of water, about the glass, the medium glass of 250 milligrams. So you put in two spoons, then you stir, then you shake. After you take, even if you don't eat any bread, you don't eat katogo, all the proteins that you need on your breakfast, they are inside the Neo Shake. So you take 1 glass. In the morning, you go to work, you feel full, and at lunchtime, if you don't have time to go and eat food, you also use another glass of Neo Shake. If you have training, you take 3 capsules of training, then you are good to go. Even if you don't eat food, you find your body, you find you are energetic, you find you are more healthy, because it is a balance. When you take Neo Shake, it's like you have eaten a plate of balanced fat or balanced food. So Neo Shake is good for everyone. So that's what I can share. I've shared with you TNN. The reason why everyone needs TNN is because everyone is made up of cells, and cells need to be fed, protected, repaired, and renewed. So when you take TNN, it will give you abundant energy all the day of your life, and helps nutrients to get in and toxins to get out, and you stay healthy for longer. And we need carotenoid complex, because carotenoid complex will help us prevent cancer formation, will help to boost our immune system, will help to our eyes, they will help to slow aging process. And when you take those products, that's core nutrition. So those 3 products, as I have mentioned earlier, you give them. If you take Provitarite, you find those products, they are there. You, on top of Provitarite, you add on Neo Shake. That is the core nutrition. Our core nutrition is Neo Shake and also Provitarite Plus. So for us to make money, number one, we need to first use the products, because when you use the products, you believe in the products, you believe in the company, you get confidence, you get the testimony. If you are the person who used to feel tired all the time, when you start taking training and you get energetic, it is very easy for you to go and tell everyone about training. But I can assure you, if you don't learn about them, if you don't use them, then it will be difficult for you to build this business, because the foundation of this business is to use the products. When you use the products, you believe in the products. Then number two, it gives you a confidence to go and share with your relatives, friends, and other people. So by sharing this product with those people, they will start buying from you. And when they start buying from you, you get them from New York company at a discount, then you sell it, you make a profit. So I love profits because they say profits are better than wages. So when you make profits, you can do everything that you want. You cannot lack like transport, airtime, and other things. So on top of that, that's when you will get people to join you, because when you say you get motivated and that motivation keeps you going, then you run on those people who want to build business like you. So you start sponsoring. When you start sponsoring people and you build a team, and your teams and your commission start coming up, then you find when you train those people to do what you do, in that process you start making some good money. So you move from a distributor. When you create a network like of 5 people, 5 to 10 people to use the products, you find together with those people, you make like 500 points, you become a manager. When you become a manager, what you do next, you teach those people also to identify people to use the products. So by sponsoring other people into their teams, you find if you have like 20 people using like Profitarte or PNN, Shake, and like Erodis and other products, you find that process, those 20 people, they can create a volume of to 2,000 points. Let's say everyone does 100 personal points. If you have a network of 20 people using the same products or moving the products, you find you can make 2,000 points, and that gives you a commission of 700,000. If you keep sharing, keep talking to people, keep helping people to use the products, remember, we are paid because of building a network of product users and also distributors. So if you have a network like of 40 to 50 people using products, moving products, you find, let's say 50 people each does like 100 personal points. That is 5,000 points. You qualify as a director, you start earning between 2.8 million up to 3.5 million things. So if you keep building the network, let's say you have a network of 100 people, each does like 100, that's a world team member size business. So you start earning between 3.5 million up to 5 million monthly. So the most important thing, the foundation is to use the products. Then after using the products, you get confidence to share the products. And that's how this business starts, and that's how you grow your network to become financially free in the future. So, but the foundation is to learn. After learning, use. After using, then you share. You start sharing the products. Thank you very much, Mr. Justice. You can add on. Hello, Mr. Justice.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph Mugisha, for sharing with us all this information, all this wisdom that you've been able to collect in areas of health. So it's really, really quite inspiring and quite educative that you're able to put out all this information. And as I had earlier communicated, today, when we had started, it was a bit easier for us to market products because there was less competition. There was less competition, really. You would survive in the market without with not much information, with not much skill. You would survive in the market. But currently, because of the fact that there's so much need for food supplements, Today you will find that out of every 10 people that you interact with and you speak to, from the age of 40 and above, you will find 8 out of 10 are sick. Sometimes even 10 out of 10 are sick. So because of so much, because so many people have discovered that there's a very, very huge problem in the community, very many companies have come up. Very many companies have come up. I think in Uganda now everyone can, even me personally, can be able to start a company supplying supplements. I can, So there are so many companies that have come up. There are so many companies that have come up with fake products. People have lost money through buying some food supplements and all that. Now, thriving in such a market whereby you have more than 100 companies selling food supplements, to thrive in such a market, number one, you need to be informed. You need to be informed. You need to have product knowledge. You need to speak as a consultant, not just as a salesperson who is just trying to sell a product. You need to be able to speak about your product, to defend your product, to give evidence that your product works. And if a client buys and uses it, they are going to get a return on their investment. So when Joseph gives us such kind of information, this is not just information that you're just going to take and be like, no, you need to take this matter seriously, this information seriously. That's why I've even paused the recording so that we don't add in this other information. I've paused the recording so that we only remain with that information about products. In fact, when Joseph was speaking, I got the feeling that I need to record him 5 minutes, a 5 minutes talk, speaking about each product separately, so that you can be able to share that video to a client, or a prospect, so that you can be able to educate them. And also the other thing as why you need to attend such kind of trainings. Number one, I've talked about being informed, for you to learn, for you to get information so that you can be able to survive in the market. But then also you need to use the products. Trust me, I have met very many customers who challenge me, very highly qualified, very educative. They are quite informed. And we will argue and argue and argue about the products, and someone shows you that no matter the case, they want to convince you that your products are not as good as you say they are. Well, the only thing that can actually get you to get out of such a situation is, in most cases, whenever I meet such kind of people, I don't even want to debate much. I always tell them, well, unfortunately, I do not know what you're talking about. I don't know which products for which company you have used. I do not know your mentality or attitude about the food supplements, but let me tell you something. I have personally used the Neolife food supplements. I've been part of the organization for now 16 years. I have used the supplements. I have used these supplements to save people's lives. I have quite more than enough testimonies of people who have used these products, people who would be dead, but now they are alive because of these products. I have personally met people who have used these products for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. And trust me, I am 100% convinced that these products are good. These products are excellent. These products, they are a class apart. They cannot be compared with any other products out there. And I am very sure that if you also give a chance to these products, you will not be disappointed. And this is how I always crown it up. I will always tell them, in fact, to show you that these products work, let me show you how our products work. And I'll get out my LDC. I will get out my hand and body lotion. I will get out my Super 10. And I will do a product demonstration, because those three products, any single person who uses them, they will get instant results. To be honest, if you demonstrated to someone, no matter the attitude someone has towards our products, if you demonstrated about LDC, hand and body lotion, and Super 10, and still the person is convinced that the products don't work, that one, the only thing that can change them, the only thing that can help them is prayer. That's the only thing. But let me tell you, for you to survive in the market, for you to be able to build, to thrive in this market where there is a lot of competition, people are now informed, social media is everywhere. You need to use these products so that you're very confident, so that when you're speaking, someone can look into your eyes and say, well, from the look of your eyes, I think your things work. But this only happens for you to speak very confidently about the products. It only happens when you're using them. So that's number one, use the products. Number two, read, research, and attend meetings and learn about the products. You need to have information. And then number three, you need to learn the skills. How do we present the product? How do we introduce the product? How do we create the appointment? How do we approach people? How do we approach people? I was discussing with one of the distributors recently who was telling me that she tries to speak to people every other time. And then she keeps on getting no's and no's and no's. So I was like, so assume I am a guest. Please approach me. Speak me about your product. And guess what? She was like, hello, my name is so-and-so. I am a distributor with the New Life. We have very good supplements that when you use them, and even before she completes, she said, I know those products, those things don't work. So you need to learn how to introduce yourself. You need to learn how to present yourself. You need to learn how to present your product. And here's how I do it. Because I do this every single day. Especially sometimes I get out of office just to get down and then come up just to get one or two contacts. And this is what I tell people. Hello, my name is Justus Muhomza. Do you work here? By the one of these days, you should pay me a vista on level 6, first down your left, near life. I am into nutrition. My job is to teach people like you how to eat healthy, how to develop and acquire the good healthy disciplines so that you can live longer and healthier. And I also provide solutions in case someone already has the condition. Please make it a point to visit me. Let us talk about nutrition. Now, one thing that I have learned out of experience as I conclude is that every single time we try to approach people and then we look like salespeople, it is always a closed door. People don't like salespeople. The moment you appear like a salesman, you appear like a sales lady, people will always shut you down. But every single time you appear like you have information that can be able to change someone's life, everyone will give you a listening ear. When I meet a farmer, how do I approach them? I'll be like, hello, my name is Justus. I work with farmers like you. My job is to teach a farmer, to mentor a farmer, to educate them, to show them ways on how they can be able to overcome their challenges, like depleted soils, seasonal changes, expensive agro input chemicals. I hope a farmer to maximize their yields. I hope a farmer to be a happy farmer. Perhaps let's exchange contacts. Maybe one of these days I could give you an appointment. You visit office. Let's talk about farming. Let's talk about how you can maximize profit out of your projects. Let's talk on how we can be able to improve your agriculture projects. That's how I approach farmers. And I'm telling you, whenever I get their number and they get my number, they always look forward to my call. Reason being, I have told them I have information that can change their lives. But look at this. Hello, my name is Justus. I have a product called Supergrow. When you use it, it is good. My goodness. Trust me, no one is going to listen to you when you appear and look and sound like a salesman. People are tired. So let us learn how to approach people. Let us learn how to present ourselves. Let's learn how to create appointments. Let us also learn how to present. Let's learn how to present. All these are skills that we all need for us to thrive in the market. Let's learn how to present. Let us learn how to close the prospect. How do you close the prospect? How do you ask for the money? How do you get the person to commit? All those are skills that you need to learn. Then the other skill that you need to learn is the skill of follow-up. Follow-up. How do you follow up? Because out of every 10 people we meet, present to, and are interested, it's only one that buys. The remaining 10, they always buy later through follow-up. So we need to learn all those things. We need to learn all those things. And then as I conclude, the other thing that we need to learn is the skill of collecting friends, collecting names, connecting with people. If you are reaching out to only 100 people, and personally, I am reaching out to 1 million people, there is no way how we can ever have the same results. So learn how to connect people, learn how to use social media, learn how to collect names, learn how to collect friends. Through that, we can be able to have a great business. Ladies and gentlemen, I enjoy the rest of the evening, and thank you so much, Joseph, for this amazing presentation. Thank you and have a blessed evening.